Welcome to episode number 4 of the comeback series, and it is Sunday morning. We're out here getting our steps in as per normal, and it's actually a normal start for me today. I woke up nice and early because after we get these steps in, we're going to go straight into squats. I know, on a Sunday. Bit strange, but my Monday is completely flogged, and there's going to be no chance for me to do my squats on Monday. So what that means is I've had to squeeze it in on the Sunday, and my rest of my Sunday is packed too. So I've had to squeeze it in somewhere. So we are training the 7th day in a row here, which can sometimes lead to some interesting results, but I have a lot of confidence in my squatting at the moment. It's not going to feel as good as it did last week, and I'm okay with that. But what I'm going to look forward to is the fact that come Wednesday, when we are squatting again and up and over 220 kilo with another 5 kilo jump, it'll feel a lot better because I've had an extra day's rest. So albeit that today's going to be a pretty harsh session, being early in the morning. I don't always like training legs early in the morning. I can train the upper body quite successfully early in the morning. But yeah, for some reason, squats and deadlifts just always are not there. So anyway, we'll deal with it. And it should feel okay-ish because we are only using 200 kilo this morning for a 3x3. And then we can get on with our day. We've got some other cool stuff. I'll show you guys what I've got planned for my accessories. I can pretty much hit all my accessories at home too, because I've got my own bell squat and I can do a makeshift leg extension with the cable machine. And I've got, dumbbells for my RDL stuff, and I've got a glute ham raise. So I'm pretty well equipped to do this stuff. So anyway, the next sort of clip you'll see should be me starting to get into squats. I've tried to truncate my walk a bit. So I'm 3.6 Ks in this morning. And I'm probably only going to do, looking at maybe 5.5 Ks this morning rather than like 6.5 Ks, just to try and keep my legs a little bit better. But I do still need to get a lot of blood through them because I just want to kind of walk straight into squatting. So anyway, that's that done. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this absolutely waffle of an intro. But yeah, here we go. So the morning squat session is almost at its completion. We've done our 200 kilo by 3x3, which was really quite good, all things considering. Worked up to it pretty quickly and then hit it pretty smoothly. I really was focusing on my positioning again today, and things are starting to fire in the right order. I'm not getting any weird hip kick back, then back good morning style squatting or anything. It's feeling much cleaner. I'm staying in my legs, which is really good. And I think this is the advantage of building up slowly and staying within my capacities. So that worked out really well. Then we've done some belt squatting, getting back on the hip belt squat. So it's slightly different to the Rhino belt squat that we've got at Silverback. So just trying to get back in and remember my loading. So I had to make some adjustments on the fly there with the weights. But then we've done a whole bunch of other stuff. We've done our single leg quad extensions, which I've always been able to push pretty hard when I do program them here. So, you know, they actually aren't a bad alternative to having an actual quad extension machine. So I'm pretty happy with them. And then we've also done like dumbbell B stands, RDLs. We've done some glute kickback work, which I'm working my way through now. And I'll show you guys. And then, of course, we're doing our hip flexor pulls. I was going to go on to my glute ham raise, but I've got a bit of an issue. It's out of order. I need to do some welding on it because the little pin selector thing, after 6 years of training in this shed, has finally started to wear, and I need to give it a bit of TLC. So that's going to be up on the agenda at some point. Plus, I need to give this whole gym an absolute rinse because it is terrible at the moment. There's cobwebs and leaves and shit everywhere. So anyway, that is squat day pretty well to an end. Sunday morning of all mornings. It's like 9 o'clock now and we've already done, you know, all of this stuff. So yeah, very happy with the productivity of the morning. I'll finish these glute kickbacks up and then go and get a breakfast on, which would be nice. I'm running on sort of Powerade and a protein bar and a banana at the moment. So not a whole lot of food, but enough calories in there to get you through a session like this anyway. So anyway, let's call it there and get back to it. Bloody doors.
Imagine if you're awake. What body fat percentage do you reckon you are, Riley? I don't think I've been more than 14. No less than 12, but I reckon I was about 12. So maybe 14, that's pretty reasonable.
The hill climb is on. We just finished up bench day number 1 for the week. Very happy with today's session, all in all. Went up another 2.5 kilo on the bench to 147.5 and cleaned it up really good, which is really nice. So we're very close to our 150 for 6 sets of 3, which I'll be stoked when I get back there. We did some dumbbell work. So flat dumbbell has been going pretty well as well. I got up to my 3 sets of 12 at 50 kilo dumbbell. So that was last week. So I didn't really know what to do this week. I don't really like going more than 12 reps on the flat dumbbell. So I decided, fuck it. What I'll do is I'll go up to the big boy 55s, and that worked out okay, I would say, all in all. We did a set of 10, set of 9, set of 8. So pretty happy overall with that. And yeah, a whole bunch of other accessory exercises, you know, the back work, shoulder work, arm work, all the usual culprits. Didn't feel much because I didn't shut up all sessions. So that's pretty standard activities for me. But anyway, time to get to the supermarket. Got to get some egg whites again, and yeah, some lettuce and stuff like that. So it's coming down with some rain here too, so that's great fun. Almost finishing up the hill climb now. I'm gassed. But anyway, see you in the next one. Good morning, guys. It is squat day. We're out here getting our steps in for the morning. Nice early one this morning. We're already like nearly 5Ks in to the walk, which is good. I got the coffee in hand and thinking about tonight's squat day already. So tonight we've got a 5 kilo jump on last week. So that means we're up at 225 for the 2x2. And then we've got a 5 kilo jump on the pause work. So we'll be at 160 for the 2x4 paused. And then we've got obviously all of our accessories as well. So really looking forward to that. I think it's going to be a cooler day today as well. which will be handy for the squats. I always hate squatting in the heat, more so just because of how just uncomfortable you get. So anyway, that'll be that. And then we've got obviously all of our little accessories that are keeping us healthy. I'll run you guys through a few of them as well. Pendulum squat is one that I'm pushing really hard and is really helping me blow up my quads in a different way that I've never done before. So I'll show you guys what that looks like. And then, yeah.
Yeah, put it on your cock. Oh, that was on video too, sorry.
Oh, you'd hate that. Oh.
That's such a random
It's fucking beast. I love this exercise.
I don't care how it helps though. It's just hip flex, right?
Exactly. Hip flexor never gets trained like this.
No.
So it's like, and it's all about your core. You get hip flexor core complex. That whole thing. It's a pretty girly exercise, but fucking pretty good. Pump wise, bicep, the good bicep pump is probably number 1 pump. Then like chest pump is probably number 2 pump. But I reckon quads are probably...
They're up there.
They're probably number 3.
Trap pumps are pretty good.
Trap pumps, I just get scared because I'm getting sore the next day in a really awkward way where I'm just constantly scared of which way I'm going to look.
Now, I haven't had a quad pump in years.
Yeah. That's what the quads and shit.
This is scary.
It's good, isn't it?
Imagine forgetting to train quads for years.
Just a solid 5 years.
And then wondering why your squat isn't going up.
Yeah, being like, fuck, what about that? Like, they're literally looking at you all day.
Too busy being focusing on the glutes and the hamstrings.
Yeah.
Neglected the 4 biggest fucking muscles in the whole body.
That's right. It's just right there, the big prime nervous. Talking to prime nervous. See you later. You enjoy. Okay, that is our squat session done and dusted, and gee, I can tell you that was a rough as guts one. Had a very, very big mental load today, and I finished work late, and as you saw this morning, I was up early, so I just didn't have it in me today. Didn't have the pop, didn't have the zing, and yeah, just wasn't really that enthused about it all, but we did get it done regardless, and you know, certainly am looking forward to getting a feed on now. Very much vlogged. So anyway, 225 kilo, it's done. On to next week, over 500 pounds next week, so something to look forward to. Hopefully we're not as flogged at that juncture of the week, but yeah, we'll see. So we're here on bench day number 2, and we've just done our 8 sets of 2 at 152.5. So for today's session, we finally were able to make that 2.5 kilo jump that we've been sort of chasing over the last 3 weeks. Last week was really easy at 150, so we're able to confidently make the jump this week. And we, and not even to mention the fact that my 6x3 at the start of the week was at 147.5, and that was really easy too. So there was no real need to repeat 150, which is a good thing. We were able to make that jump, and it felt really quite comfortable. It took probably a good solid 4 sets to get cracking on it, but once we got up to temperature and up to speed, things started moving really fluidly, and yeah, it felt really good in the end. So all things considered, happy with that. Now it's time to go and do some upper body pump work. So mainly going to be focusing on, well, we've got our inclines again, got some back work and all that sort of stuff, but yeah, I'll get cracking to that and show you guys what that looks like. Okay, so just working our way through the inclines at the moment. So the main way this program is working for me is that I do my really low reps on my main work, my actual bench work, and then I go and do these variations as my actual builder exercise. So these are this is 3 sets of 6 on the incline at 105. So we're short of our best, where we're sitting around 115 for sets of 6. But we are building towards it and getting back the technique of the incline barbell again. So yeah, this is pretty much how things are moving. Look, this week is moving better than last week. Last week was at 100 kilos for sets of 7, and that was pretty dodgy. So I'm feeling a lot more confident with these this week, which is good. So yeah, we just keep on working our way through this part of the session. And I also like to superset this with some chest supported T-bar rows as well. Do them pretty heavy. So that helps me get a nice balance of not only anterior work, but posterior work for the upper body. So yeah, I'll get cracking back into that now. So you would have seen yesterday's deadlift day, and it was really successful actually. 225 for a very quick 3x3. Again, went through it in about 6 to 8 minutes. So really happy with the pace in which we're moving through those deadlift sessions as well, because the weight's not that heavy, so there's no point sitting around. So done that. Then obviously all of our accessories as well. I didn't film all of them. It was a pretty light on sort of day filming wise. But yeah, really happy with a good lower body session. So I didn't have the best Wednesday session, which was, through a myriad of factors, but I ate a little bit more coming into that deadlift session. Just nothing crazy, just like a protein bar, an apple and some yogurt. And I felt a lot better. And given that it was the end of the week and I carry a lot of fatigue into that session, that was really needed. So really happy with how it all panned out. We're building a lot of momentum with that session. The weights are getting higher. The RPE is getting lower. So yeah, overall very happy. Today is Saturday and we've got a bench session first up here this morning. So walking our way around the neighborhood as we get, a bit of a wake up time before we get underneath the bar. This morning session for bench should be realistically somewhere around the 145 mark for 5 sets of 4. So again, we're inching closer to our ideal working weight at around 150 for 5 sets of 4. That's where I find that I feel my best. And I feel like I've actually got my bench press back when I'm around that mark. So not quite there yet, but we are inching our way there, slowly but surely. And as I said, and as I've been saying, this Saturday morning session is a tough one anyway. So when I get up to sort of the 150 for 5 sets of 4 in a few weeks' time, I probably need to shuffle it around and maybe not do it as early, because I'm never as strong this early. So anyway, we'll have to wait and see how things progress. But that is enough for this morning. Might go actually to the supermarket. Supermarket's not open yet. Got to go and get some eggs, because egg whites have been a hot topic on this channel. And turns out the egg whites just cannot get them this week. So I've had to be running like full eggs and doing my own egg whites, which is never fun. And you just chew through the eggs. So anyway, we'll keep working on that front too. That might be a Sunday job. But anyway, let's get back into it. Finishing up this week's vlog, that has been another successful training week done. Just completing my arm portion of the session now, just to tap off the end of this nice little upper body session on a Saturday morning. So today was actually quite good. I think being able to wake up and I got a little bit of food in, as you guys have been hearing. I've been talking about how shit this Saturday morning session is, and I think a lot of it is because I just didn't have enough calories before getting into it. So what I did was I had a shake, I had a banana, and I had a protein bar, and what else did I have? Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. A shake, protein bar, banana. Yeah, so got all that in, which was you know, easy an extra few hundred, you know, probably close to 700 calories to be honest. So pretty much breakfast done. But yeah, got a lot of that in, which helped me get through today's session feeling a lot more fueled rather than just depleted and trying to get through and actually push through to breakfast. So that felt a lot better. Today's bench as a result was 145 for 5 sets of 4 and I moved comfortably. So we're getting towards our 5 sets of 4 at 150. Week on week, we've been building that up 2.5 kilos. So very happy with that. But anyway, that's this week's vlog done and dusted. I think it ended up being a little bit of a shorter one this week, but there's all sorts of different content in here this week. So hopefully you guys have enjoyed episode number 4 of the comeback. Stay tuned for next week. Another big week of training, adding 2.5 kilos on pretty much everything on the upper body, 5 kilos on everything on the lower body. We keep building momentum. Let's keep the comeback alive.